Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Portfolios announced for new Union Council of Ministers. Rajnath Singh gets Defence, Amit Shah to be the Home Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman Finance and S. Jaishankar the External Affairs Minister. Nitin, Gadkari, Ravi, Shankar, Prasad, Ramvilas, Paswan, Piyush, Goyal, Dr. Vardhan, Mukhtar, Abbas, Naqvi and Harsimrat Kaur Badal retain their ministries. Prakash, Javadekar to be the new Information and Broadcasting Minister. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral meetings with visiting leaders of BIMSTEC countries and Prime Minister of Mauritius, Jaishankar. In Jammu and Kashmir, 3 terrorists killed in an encounter at Dragad Sugan area of Shoppian district today. In the ICC World Cup, Pakistan takes on West Indies at Nottingham today, and in French Open, Rohan Bopanna and David Charan to play their second round men's doubles matches today. Portfolios have been announced for the new Union Council of Ministers. BJP President Amit Shah will be the new Home Minister, while Rajnath Singh has been given charge of the Defence Ministry. Nirmala Sitharaman will look after Finance and Corporate Affairs. Former Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar will be the External Affairs Minister. President Ramnath has directed the allocation of portfolios as advised by the Prime Minister. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank is the new Human Resources Development Minister. Nitin Gadkari is the Minister of Road Transport and Highways and Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Dr. Vardhan will look after Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences. Prakash Javadekar goes back to the Environment Ministry and will also look after the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. Piyush Goyal will retain Ministry of Railways. He will also look after Commerce and Industry Ministry. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi retains Minority Affairs. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will retain Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space. Narendra Singh Tomar is the new Minister of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. He will also look after Rural Development and Panchayat Raj Ministries. Ravi Shankar Prasad will look after Ministries of Law and Justice, Communications and Electronics and Information Technology. Smriti Irani is the new Women and Child Development Minister and will also take charge of Textiles Ministry. Arjun Munda will look after Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Prahlad Joshi has been given the charge of Ministries of Parliamentary Affairs, Coal and Mines. Dharmendra Pradhan retains Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry. He will also look after Steel Ministry. Giriraj Singh is the new Minister for Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat is the Minister of Jal Shakti. Ramvilas Paswan is the Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. The Ministers of State with independent charge are Kiren Rijiju, Hardeep Singh Puri, Santosh Kumar Gangwar, Rao Inderjeet Singh, Shripati Yesso Nayak, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Prahlad Singh Patel, Rajkumar Singh and Mansukh Lal Mandavia. The 57-member council, which took oath of office yesterday along with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, includes 24 cabinet ministers, 9 ministers of state with independent charge and 24 ministers of state. The first meeting of the new Union Cabinet will be held this evening. The possible date of convening the Parliament session could be decided in the meeting. The newly elected Lok Sabha members have to be administered oath during the ensuing session. In the coming days, the Prime Minister would also decide on the various Cabinet committees, such as Cabinet Committee on Security, Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs and Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral meetings with visiting leaders of BIMSTEC countries and Prime Minister of Mauritius, Jaishankar. In the first of a series of bilateral meetings with foreign leaders, Prime Minister had a warm meeting with President of Sri Lanka, Maithripala Sirisena, at Hyderabad House in New Delhi. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravi said the two leaders discussed bilateral issues of interest. President Sirisena reiterated his desire to work together to strengthen relations between the two countries for peace, prosperity and security in the region. Mr. Modi conveyed his government's continued commitment to further foster friendly bilateral ties with Sri Lanka. The leaders noted that terrorism and extremism continue to pose a threat to humanity and committed to closer bilateral cooperation for peace and security in South Asia and the Indian Ocean region. Prime Minister Modi also met Mauritius Minister Pravin Kumar Jagannath. The two leaders exchanged views on a range of bilateral issues, including development cooperation. Prime Minister Modi reiterated his commitment to further strengthening the fraternal and enduring bilateral ties between the two countries in all spheres. Both leaders agreed to work together to achieve the shared vision of security and growth of the two countries and the Indian Ocean region. Mr. Modi also held bilateral meetings with Nepal Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli, Bhutan Prime Minister Lote Tshering and Bangladesh President Mohammad Abdul Hamid. Yesterday, Prime Minister Modi held a bilateral meeting with President of Kyrgyz Republic, Suranbay Jinbekov, at Rashtrapati Bhavan. This was his first engagement after being sworn in as Prime Minister for the second term. President Jinbekov congratulated the Prime Minister and invited him to visit Kyrgyzstan for the SCO summit and a bilateral visit from 13th to 15th June. In Jammu and Kashmir, 3 terrorists were killed in an around 9-hour-long fierce gunfight in Dragad Sugan area of Rupiah in South Kashmir region. Security sources said the post-encounter sanitization and search operation is on. A joint team of Army, J&K Police and CRPF launched a coordinated search operation on the basis of specific information about presence of at least 3 terrorists in the area. Earlier, 1 terrorist was killed and an army commando injured in the counter-terror operation in the area. Later, after a lull in the exchange of gunfire, fresh firing started between the hold-up terrorists and the security forces, leading to killing of 2 more terrorists. Arms and ammunition was also recovered from the encounter site. Sources said the 3 slain terrorists were from Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Taiba outfits. However, security officials said the identity and group affiliation of the slain terrorists will be undertaken after conclusion of the operation in the area. Admiral Karambir Singh took over as the Chief of Naval Staff today. With a career spanning over 37 years, Karambir Singh served as the Vice Chief of Naval Staff at the headquarters in New Delhi before moving to Visakhapatnam last year as the Eastern Naval Commander. After his appointment as Navy Chief, Karambir Singh said his endeavour would be towards providing the nation a navy that is strong, capable and which is ready to meet any security challenge in the maritime domain.
ये मेरे लिए बहुत गर्व और सम्मान की बात है कि मुझे 24वें चीफ ऑफ नेवल स्टाफ का पद संभालने को मिला है। जो हमारे पहले नौसेना सचिव थे, उन्होंने मिलकर बहुत परिश्रम के साथ हमारी नौसेना को बहुत ही तगड़े नींव पे रखा है। तो मेरा ये प्रयास रहेगा कि जो उनका काम है वो मैं करता रहूं और अपनी नौसेना को और ही सक्षम, मजबूत बनाऊं।
Admiral Sunil Lambar relinquished his command of the Indian Navy on completion of his tenure and retirement from service after over 4 decades of distinguished service. The Delhi High Court today granted 4 more months to the CBI to complete its probe in a bribery case involving the agency's former Special Director Rakesh Asthana. Justice Mukhtar accepted the CBI's plea seeking extension of time to complete its investigation in the case lodged against Asthana, DSP Devendra Kumar and middleman Manoj Prasad. On January the 11th, the court had granted 10 weeks to the probe agency to complete its investigation. The CBI had approached the High Court after completion of 10 weeks' time. Several parts of the country are reeling under severe heat wave. Met Department has forecast that conditions are likely to remain the same till Sunday. In Telangana, despite rainfall at some places yesterday, most parts of the state continued to reel under severe heat. Met officials in Hyderabad said the prevailing heat wave will continue for a few more days. Our correspondent reports.
Though the maximum temperatures came down by 1 to 3 degrees Celsius due to light to moderate rainfall at many places across the state yesterday, there is no respite for people from the scorching heat. The maximum temperatures continue to be above 45 degrees at some places, posing severe inconvenience to people. The state government has asked the district authorities to remain alert as the heat wave conditions likely to continue for a few more days. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
In Madhya Pradesh also, heatwave conditions are continuing in many parts of the state. Here is a report from our correspondent.
Several parts of the state reeled under the heat wave. Temperature in the capital city Bhopal is around 42 degrees Celsius today, while maximum temperature is 47 degrees Celsius in Gwalior, Khajuraho and Nagaon. More than 44 degrees Celsius temperature is in 15 districts of the state today. Sweltering heat has led the weather department to issue an orange alert in many districts including Jabalpur, Gwalior, Sagar, Rewa and Shahdol. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Uttar Pradesh, temperature is breaking all records as the whole state is reeling under heat wave. Allahabad recorded the highest ever temperature of 48.6 degrees yesterday. More from our correspondent.
Since the inception of the State Meteorological Department, this was the highest ever temperature which was recorded yesterday in Allahabad. 48.6 degrees was 7 degrees above normal, which paralyzed life in city. Banda district of Bundelkhand was not far behind, with temperature reaching 48.2 degrees. 5 degrees above normal. Other cities are also facing the fury of sun where temperature crossing 45 degrees barrier. People are having sleepless nights because of mercury crossing 30 degrees in night. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Maharashtra, Vidarbha and Marathwada region have been severely hit by heat wave. Red alert has been issued for Vidarbha region. Chandrapur in the region recorded the highest temperature this summer at 48 degrees Celsius on Wednesday. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Areas of Marathwada and Vidarbha in the state are witnessing the worst of the dry summer. Additionally, the kharif crops, which depend heavily on monsoons to grow, saw a decline in production in the state with the continuing heat wave. According to Weather Department, unabated flow of hot winds from northwest direction is leading to severe heat wave conditions. Many parts of the state are facing water shortage issues, and water has been provided to around 4,920 villages and more than 10,000 areas with the help of water tankers. According to IMD, the heat wave is expected to have a hold in the area of Vidarbha, Madhya Maharashtra and Marathwada for 2 to 3 days. City Jane, AIR News, Mumbai.
World No Tobacco Day is being observed today to create awareness about the negative impact of tobacco consumption on human health. On the occasion, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare organized a national consultation on tobacco and lung health in New Delhi today. The theme of the event was Don't Let Tobacco Take Your Breath Away, Choose Health, Not Tobacco. A report.
India is on the second position in the world in terms of tobacco consumption. Tobacco is the foremost preventable cause of death and diseases in the world today. Several medical reports are unanimous that majority of cardiovascular diseases, different forms of cancer and chronic lung diseases are directly attributable to tobacco. In India, as a replacement of conventional form of tobacco consumption, electronic nicotine delivery system, including e-cigarettes, vape and flavored hookah are becoming popular among youth. To prevent youth from buying e-cigarettes, the Health Ministry has issued advisory to states and union territories to ban the sale, manufacture, import and advertisements of these electronic nicotine delivery systems. But government policies are not enough to tackle the menace. It is people's responsibility to take care of themselves. With Naveen Kumar's report, Swati Rakheja, AIR News, Delhi.
In the ICC World Cup, Pakistan will take on West Indies at Nottingham in England today. Last night, hosts England defeated South Africa by 104 runs in the opening match at the Oval in London. In French Open tennis today, 3 Indians play their men's doubles matches. Rohan Bopanna with his Romanian partner Marius Copil and David Sharan with his South African partner Marcelo de Molina will play their round of 32 matches, while Leander Paes is scheduled to play round of 64 match with his French partner Benoit Paire. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Portfolios announced for new Union Council of Ministers. Rajnath Singh gets Defence, Amit Shah to be Home Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman Finance and Jaishankar External Affairs Minister. Nitin Gadkari, Ravi, Shankar, Prasad, Ramvilas, Paswan, Piyush, Goyal, Dr. Vardhan, Mukhtar, Abbas, Naqvi and Harsimrat Kaur, Badal retain their ministries. Prakash Javadekar to be the new Information and Broadcasting Minister. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral meetings with visiting leaders of BIMSTEC countries and Prime Minister of Mauritius, Pravin Kumar Jagnnath. In Jammu and Kashmir, 3 terrorists killed in an encounter at Shopian district. In the ICC World Cup, Pakistan takes on West Indies at Nottingham this afternoon. French Open, Rohan Bopanna and David Sharan to play their second round men's doubles matches today. And with that, we end the midday news.